dressed, sun cream on, enjoying coffee, soon packing, and then eating breakfast, and off we are. Preparing lunch. It's 7 o'clock by now. I'm back moving 1 hour after waking up, which is still a bit much for morning routines. I really have to fine-tune them still, but it's okay, it's normal in the beginning. It's a beautiful morning, except the Mexicans yesterday. I haven't seen anybody out here, so I really appreciate and love this solitude. It's pretty much what my days will be looking like the next maybe almost 5 months. Hike, eat, drink, sleep, hike, eat, drink, sleep. You don't have to care about any other thing than your well-being and your health. My food this morning is better than yesterday evening, but it's definitely worse than yesterday in the start. So we'll see. Yeah, what a day. I think I saved some lives. I heard somebody from pretty far away shouting help in Spanish. So I was pretty sure, of course, that it was my Mexican family. Yeah, I answered and they shouted back. I kind of localized them. Maybe something like a mile away from the trail. When I came there, they couldn't speak English. I don't speak well Spanish, but we sort of we survived a bit. They were running out of water. They didn't find the water, which I explained them the night before. They lost their phone. They didn't have food. And they really were completely lost. The woman was crying. The small kid, she was like, no, it's a boy, sorry, was maybe 2 years, 3 years, can't guess really well, was crying as well. So yeah, that was then the start of a day together in the desert. As a first, I went back with them to the water cache to fill up their bottles. Then, yeah, we went on, and the mother really didn't have any power left. The little boy, and it seems that she couldn't eat at all. She kind of vomited all out again straight, which she took. I think she was simply too exhausted. And yeah, we continued very, very slow pace. She sat down all the time, crying, waiting. but I really tried to convince her to catch up my step, my rhythm. I went very, very slow, so we moved a bit at least, but I knew that will be a long day to the next border as well. Even for me, I mean, I cached water, but I sort of was planning to be in the next border cache like 4 hours later. But I was very aware that this is going to take the whole day to bring them down there. There was an emergency water cache like a bit aside of the trail, which I knew would come up, but it was described to be very bad water. So I really preferred to skip this. But we took a long siesta in the middle of the day to avoid the heat as much as possible, and we continued on. I fed them all the way. They really didn't have any food left, and so we came down to Highway 81, which actually leads to Hatchita, a little town, bit like 14 miles, I think, northeast. There was another water cache there, so yeah, that was my day. They were really completely exhausted when we came to the road, and very disappointed that I won't follow to Hatchita, but I'm very convinced that there will be cars picking up them tomorrow during the day, and I told whenever they should run out of water, they just should go back to the water cache. Mentally this was for me a bit hard, sort of not too comfortable myself personally in the desert, and all of a sudden feeling responsible for a whole family. It was a bit stressy. But for me it was no question that it was just, I had to do it. Even I was aware that I might have supported sort of a strange mission. I really couldn't figure out what they are doing out there. They told me about that they are on holidays, want to go to Lordsburg, but I couldn't believe. Anyway, it was a bit a tough one mentally for me, because I really came to this point that I felt I can't leave them anymore. I just have to see that they get alive out of the desert down to this Highway 81. So far so good. Made my first step on the other side, on the north side of Highway 81. What's coming up next? I really met straight away the first rattlesnake. Oh, it went well. She was rattling, so that was waking me up from my thoughts. But now it's like 7 o'clock in the evening, and light is getting beautiful again. I'll take some peaceful 3-4 miles more, so I'll reach my goal of the day anyway.